Visit our YouTube channel at Max TV. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications on our uploads.
Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Godswill Akpabio, recently inaugurated a 10-man committee set up last month to monitor the activities of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, in its bid to retool the commission's processes. Senator Akpabio, during the inauguration, urged members of the committee to work towards achieving President Buhari's vision for the NDDC and the Niger Delta. Correspondent Ekena Milfori completes the report.
In line with its terms of reference, the Presidential Monitoring Committee led by Senator Akpabio is expected to closely monitor activities of the NDDC to midwife expected outcomes in the ongoing forensic audit of the Commission as directed by President Buhari. The Niger Delta Minister, during their inauguration, urged his colleagues to carry out their assignment conscientiously to meet Mr. President's expectations for the NDDC and the Niger Delta region.
He wants to see a region where somebody can turn around and say, yes, there is value for money. He wants to see a region where profligacy and the cesspool of corruption is brought to an end. He wants to see a region where those who belong to the indigenes of Niger Delta will remember him for good and say, yes, indeed, it was President Buhari who came and repositioned and refocused the Niger Delta Development Commission to achieve things for them, to ensure their empowerment, to ensure they have roads to pass, to ensure they have bridges to pass, to ensure the cleanup of even their environments, to ensure that the people are empowered. So the monitoring committee, you have a lot of work to do.
The ongoing probe of the NDDC is on account of its poor service delivery in the Niger Delta, despite huge sums it has received from the federal government and oil companies to tackle several development challenges confronting communities in Nigeria's oil-rich region. In September last year, during an investigation into the state of NDDC project by the House of Representatives, it was discovered that the NDDC had abandoned about 12,000 projects with 9,000 others yet to be completed. Senator Akpabio described the Commission's performance as unacceptable, noting that urgent steps must be taken to change the narrative in the Niger Delta.
Most of the things that were done were not things that were related to the region. People can get very busy, turning round and round and round and round, and there's a lot of motion without movement. That is what we have had in the NDDC. Please, you must be committed and you must get ready to work in order to justify the confidence reposed in you by Mr. President.
Present at the inauguration of the Presidential Monitoring Committee were members of the Interim Management Committee of the NDDC, led by its acting managing director, Professor Keme Bradikumo Ponde.
We're going to give the Presidential Monitoring Committee all the necessary supports to make sure that they do the work to strengthen the NDDC and make it what it was set up to be.
President Buhari's approval of a monitoring committee to monitor activities of the NDDC is in line with provisions of Part 6, Section 21 of the Act establishing the Commission.
Inside the Niger Delta,